Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So today we're doing look 4 with the Profusion Cosmetics Wanderlust palette. So far I'm really liking it. Some of the formulas isn't consistent, as you probably gathered from when I've done the eye looks. But yeah, so far so good with it. I definitely liked the green look that I did, and I like the pink look. Right, what I've noticed so far is the pinks and the purple mattes dye your eyelids. I'm going to come a little bit closer. I've got that NYX like base on that I always use, but I think you might just about be able to see the fact that my eyelids dyed from the pink eyeshadows that I used yesterday. I didn't used to like that. The Emerald Obsessions, the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions, is a really light mint green eyeshadow that dyes my lids, and I stopped using it for the longest time because I didn't like anything that dyed my eyelids. I didn't think it was like safe to put it on your eye, but a lot of eyeshadows do that now, don't they? So yeah, we're not gonna pay too much attention to that today. We're gonna work on the blues. There's not really that many. There's Splash here, then there's Stormy here. Is Cruise a blue or a green? Yeah, that's more green. So Splash, Stormy, Enigma is a matte blue. I'm not going to put that all in the crease. I don't want to. I don't want to have like a smoky eye today. That green one that I did turned out to be quite smoky. But yeah, I didn't want to do that today. I think what I'm going to do is start off with the browns in the crease. So yeah, let's get into that. Oh, my allergies are kicking off. Something rotten today. Excuse me. Hay fever. Saying that though, I shouldn't really have hay fever in August, should I? But yeah, it definitely is hay fever. I don't really want to use Statement because I've used that already in the crease. Maybe going with Tranquil, which is the shade up here, to lighten it, and then go in with Coast, which is the second lighter shade. Where is my mirror? I've got it. See what I mean? Such a klutz, always losing things. Oh. Right, I'm gonna have to set that. I wasn't going to set the base, but otherwise it's just going to be really oily and the eyeshadows won't last. Oh my gosh. Right, so I've just hit pan on the white chocolate shade in the chocolate bar, guys. It's only baby pan, but it is super exciting. Bit of a spoiler alert. I'm not going to show you, but then obviously at the end of the month I said that I would do an update. I haven't used this palette other than for the white chocolate shade, so there's not going to be much progress apart from that white chocolate shade. But rather one eyeshadow than no eyeshadows, eh? So yeah, very impressed. I thought it was miles away from hitting pan. Right. Let's get back into this. It's quite dark still. The only thing I don't like about this palette right off the bat is it doesn't have my kind of crease shade, so it doesn't have a really light brown. Do you know, like salted caramel in the Too Faced chocolate bar? I love that kind of brown, so I really very, very light crease shade, and then you can build it up with these other browns that are in the palette. I would have loved them to put one less darker brown in and then just put a really nice light brown in, but that, oh, wrong shade. That is just my own personal opinion. Can't really grumble about this eyeshadow palette, guys. It was £7.99 from TK Maxx. If you live in the UK, I would definitely recommend you check it out. In fact, I do want to try, I think it's the festival palette. I was torn between getting this one and the festival palette, and then I thought, well, shall I just get both? But then I thought, no, Andrea, money. Think of the finances. But I should have just got it. If I'm going to go back and get it anyway, probably won't be there when I go back for it. It's actually quite nice, dipping into that yellow, like almost like lemon toned eyeshadow Tranquil, and then this one, it's actually quite nice. That one's called Coast, by the way. It's pointless me saying this one, like you are automatically supposed to know what this one means. So yeah, it's called Coast. Right, let's blend it out a little bit. It's very cool toned. I mean, I could have used the Salted Caramel shade, but I didn't really want to. It should really be about testing this palette out, and it's bad enough that I'm having to use the white chocolate shade, but if I hadn't used the white chocolate shade, then I wouldn't have hit pan, so it's a good thing. Another thing off the bat is this palette has a lot of greens in it. It would have been nice if they'd put like a couple of different eyeshadows in. Like I've said before, I am all about those greens. I love a green eyeshadow, but there are a lot of greens in here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greens out of 21 eyeshadows. So yeah, yeah, there's quite a lot. So I think I'm going to go in with Splash now, just all over the eyelid. Gonna have to use this brush. That other brush still hasn't turned up, that accent brush, and we might have to spritz it, just see how it goes. I say it's not turned up, it's there. It's like me run this through the colour switch. Ooh, pretty. Right, so I don't know if Stormy is more blue. It looks like a turquoise. Yeah, it is. Let's use that as well. Let me just take that off my finger on the outer portion of the eye. I literally want to use as many of these eyeshadows as possible, just so I can give a good review for you at the end of the week. I say at the end of the week, we're at the end of the week now, it's Friday. So it's going to be Saturday when I do swatches and tell you my overall thoughts. That looks nice. It's like an ombre blue look. It looks really pretty. I'm going to spray it. So, what's everyone's favourite eyeshadow palette that they have in the collection? I know it's kind of a big ask. I I don't know what mine would be. I really do like the Huda Mercury Retrograde, but it's a new eyeshadow palette, so I just like the texture of it. It's nothing like I've got in my eyeshadow collection, so at the moment I really do like that. But then I like the Urban Decay Naked Honey. I like the Armed and Gorgeous. They're all palettes that I've used, you know, quite recently. So yeah, I don't know if I've got a favourite one. But I'm wondering if you guys do and what it would be if you did. Leave me your thoughts down below. Leave me your thoughts down below. I mean, it's asking quite a big question, you know, what is your favourite eyeshadow palette, especially if you have a big collection. I've got 2 drawers of the things, and I keep saying to myself, don't buy any more. I'm going to do a declutter very soon, but I keep buying palettes and it's just silly really. Yeah, that's just me, addicted to eyeshadow palettes and highlighters. Need to stop buying those because the drawers are becoming to the point where it's kind of overflowing a little bit, and I'm not going to get more storage. I've got enough storage. I've got my everyday makeup drawer, which is quite big, and then I've got the 4 like dresser drawer that I've got that I keep all my collection in, and I don't have room for any other makeup storage in my bedroom. So this is my setup, unfortunately, and I wouldn't want to bring that much makeup in that I have to get another storage unit. So yeah, this is what we're working with. My collection is quite big, but it's not as big as some other YouTubers that I watch, but yeah, it's big enough for me. I'm gonna go and get the setting spray now. Right, so I've got the setting spray. I'm gonna just run that colour off the brush. I love this accent brush. I need to try and get some more of them. Okay, so we use Splash first. Let's go on with that first then. And that's another thing I'd like to know, what eyeshadow palette is on your wish list. Right, so the eyeshadow palette that's on my wish list, I think I've spoken about this before, is the Natasha Denona Gold palette, but OMG, it's so expensive. My mum said she would help me buy it for my birthday and Christmas, so obviously Christmas is in December and my birthday is in February, and then I'll just have to put a little bit of money to it, because it's like, in the UK, £111, and I keep thinking to myself, do I really want to spend that amount of money? I mean, guys, how good is it? How good is the formula? And also I've heard, I thought about trying the mini palette. I can't remember which one it is that I want to try. Tropic. I want to try the Natasha Denona Mini Tropic palette. How different is the formula to the minis to the full size? Because I've heard it's really different, the formula. So yeah, are the minis even worth purchasing? Because they're quite expensive in themselves. They're £22, and I know it's not the dearest eyeshadow palette that you're ever going to buy, but if you're buying it and you just don't like it, then it's a waste of money, isn't it? But yeah, I've definitely got my eye on that Natasha Denona Gold palette. I've got the dupe for it by W7, the W7 24K Gold Rush, and I watched one of Paulina's beauty videos and she said it's a really good dupe. She said the only difference, she did one look with the W7 one and the other look with the Natasha Denona one, and the only difference is that the green in the W7 24K Gold Rush is powder, where the green in the Natasha Denona is cream to powder. So yeah, definitely want to try it, but then I think £111, look what you can buy for £111. But I don't actually need anything else apart from a few pairs of new jeans. I wear them though constantly, and my mum said to me the other day, "What's happened to your jeans?" And I'm like, "What?" And I noticed like a rip in the leg, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to throw them out now. So yeah, I'm wearing trousers at the moment while I find some new jeans that I like. And not only that, you can't actually, in the UK, I don't know what, like, I don't know if it's like this where you live, but in the UK now, especially in the town that I live in, you can't actually go into the changing rooms because of the whole situation, shall we say. So yeah, so you just have to buy the jeans, and if they fit, great, and if they don't fit, then you'd have to take them back. So yeah, I don't know, I might just order a pair from Next or something. They're normally a good fit. Or I might just wait until the cases in the town that I live in go down a little bit, and then they'll reopen the changing rooms. But for the moment, they're just not going to do it. The shimmer has gone on to my crease. That's better. Right, I think I want to use frosting for the inner corner. I don't think I've used that yet. This one here. It's got a bit of green in it, but it should be okay. Well, it actually looks silver. It's a bit flaky. Yeah, it's definitely a different texture eyeshadow to the others. You'll see that in the swatches. Yeah, and it's definitely, I'd say this is more of an eyeshadow topper as well. I'm going to spritz the brush in a minute. Yeah, let's spritz the brush, see if we can get it a little bit more pigmented. I nearly dipped into my Charlotte Tilbury quad then. That's better. They're really soft, these shimmers, they're really nice. And I'll definitely get more from Profusion Cosmetics if I do see it. I got this one just because I'd wanted it for such a long time. Everyone raved about it. I think this one is probably the most talked about Profusion Cosmetics one on YouTube. Well, it's the most talked about one that I've seen anyway. Oh, lash line shade. I'm going to use that matte blue Enigma. This could completely ruin the look now. So we're just going to go in with a bit at a time. Yeah, I like that. It looks like a bluey green. I guess that's what it is really. Like on day one, look one, I was going to use that. And I was like, is that green? And then I swatched it and it looked more blue, so I didn't. It does look nice that though. I think this is kind of the best look that I've created so far with this palette. I like it. There's a little bit of fallout here, and I've made that worse now. Right, so let's get my black eyeliner to tightline with. Not sure what lipstick to wear with it. Let's put the mascara on first, and then we can decide on a lipstick. I've got a couple of red lipsticks that I really want to wear, but I just feel like it's too bright and it would take away from the actual eye look. Like, people wouldn't know where to look. I'm not saying people are going to be looking at me, but people don't really know where to look when you've got bold eyes and bold lips. So that's why I try and neutralise it to a nude or a cool toned lipstick when I'm wearing such a bold eye look, if that makes sense. Yeah, the last thing I want you thinking is, oh, she's a bit vain, isn't she? Thinking people's looking at her. I'm not like that, honestly. If anything, I don't know how I come across on camera. I'm just really shy. Makeup actually makes me feel better about myself and gives me more confidence than I have without it. Some people would say it's a mask, but I just see it as starting with a blank canvas and making myself look nice, and I really do like that. So I'm gonna put this away and that, and I'm gonna go and find a mirror. I'm gonna go and find a lipstick. Right, so I'm not 100% sure on whether I'm gonna keep this one. It's nice, but it says it's like a liquid matte, kiss proof, long lasting and intense colour, but it doesn't stay on and it slides everywhere. So, oh, that's what I thought last time I wore it. I'm just gonna get a second opinion now. If I have to declutter it, it won't be the end of the world, just because it only cost me about £2 from Primark. Right guys, so this is the finished look. I do love both of those blue shimmers on the eyelids. And so far so good with this palette. I've not really found it hard to work with. It's just a really gorgeous palette. It's like the mattes are just really creamy. Like I said, some of the textures, more in the shimmers, aren't the same across the board, but like the mattes are just so creamy and buttery. The purple one isn't. I would find that the purples and the pinks are a little bit more like textured, but I would find that anyway, because coloured shadows like that are harder to make. So yeah, but for the most part they are really nice and easy to work with. The only thing now, and it's testing more of these greens. So yeah, this is what the palette looks like. I haven't actually put anything on the brow bone, have I? Let's put Tranquil down again. I like this when I used it yesterday. And that is the finished look. So, not that you'll notice it, but I'll come closer again. So this is what we're looking like now. Yeah, it's a really nice look. I really do like it a lot. I like the lipstick as well, but we'll just have to see how it wears throughout the day. I like using lipsticks like this, but if they don't last, if they're not like what they're saying on kind of like the tube, I tend to just declutter them if they're not long lasting. Not necessarily like by eating, but at least drinking, and doesn't get everywhere and like doesn't smear across my lips and things. I will keep them, but if they do that, then I'll just declutter them. My favourite lipstick to wear all day, I've spoke about that before, I've got two of them. I've got the Too Faced Melted Mattes, and I've also got the NYX Lip Lingeries. They are both brilliant lipsticks. So yeah, they're my recommendations if you want a lipstick that's just going to stay put no matter what, and they're great for when you have to go out but you have to have a mask on. It doesn't smear onto the mask. But yeah guys, this is the video. Thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot that you spent some of your time with me today. Please like, share, and most of all comment, and if you've not already subscribed, I would love for you to be part of my little fam over here on YouTube. So just click that subscribe button and notifications, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.